Los Angeles Rams versus Jacksonville Jaguars. Two evenly matched 4-2 teams take center stage in London as the Los Angeles Rams and Jacksonville Jaguars collide at Wembley Stadium, each eyeing a pivotal fifth win that could define their season's trajectory. Both franchises enter this international showcase sitting second in their respective divisions, Los Angeles chasing San Francisco in the NFC West, while Jacksonville trails Indianapolis in the AFC South. The Rams arrive on a two-game winning streak, building momentum with strong defensive play and an efficient Matthew Stafford under center. Jacksonville, meanwhile, looks to rebound after a frustrating 20-12 loss to Seattle, with Trevor Lawrence and the offense seeking to rediscover rhythm and consistency. For Los Angeles, Stafford has been the steadying force of a rejuvenated Rams team. The 37-year-old veteran has thrown for 1,684 yards and 12 touchdowns against just 2 interceptions, ranking among the league's most efficient passers. His 66.5% completion rate and 100.2 passer rating underscore his command of Sean McVay's system, especially in late-game situations. Across the field, Trevor Lawrence has endured a more uneven start, with 1,324 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions while completing 61.1% of his throws. The former number. One pick has struggled to generate explosive plays, but his mobility and short area accuracy remain key assets, particularly with the Rams' pressure-heavy front led by Byron Young, who has tallied 7.5 sacks. The quarterback duel pits Stafford's experience and precision against Lawrence's athleticism and improvisational flair. Stafford has excelled in October, completing nearly 67% of his passes for 879 yards and 8 scores in 3 games, while Lawrence's production has dipped under duress. His passer rating falls to 81.9 when pressured. The Jaguars' offensive line must hold firm against a Rams defense that has recorded 15 sacks in the last 3 weeks. Conversely, Jacksonville's pass rush, anchored by defensive tackle Eric Armstead with 3.5 sacks, will test Los Angeles' depth, especially with right tackle Rob Havenstein sidelined. Offensively, both sides feature contrasting styles. The Rams rely on Stafford's timing-based passing game, though they'll be without key receiver Puka Nacua, who leads the team with 616 yards and 2 touchdowns, but is out with an ankle injury. That absence pushes more responsibility onto Cooper Kupp and rookie DeMarcus Robinson, while Kyren Williams, 418 yards, 2 touchdowns, must sustain balance on the ground. Jacksonville's attack leans on Travis Etienne Jr., whose 470 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns make him the focal point of Doug Peterson's offense. Etienne's elusiveness will be vital in neutralizing the Rams' linebacking tandem of Ernest Jones and Nate Landman, the latter leading the team with 58 tackles. Recent form leans toward Los Angeles, winners of 3 of their last 4, highlighted by a 17-3 shutdown of Baltimore and a 26-23 overtime win over San Francisco. Their lone slip came against Philadelphia due to red zone struggles. Jacksonville remains inconsistent, despite a 31-28 win over Kansas City. Losses to Seattle and Cincinnati exposed a defense allowing 247 passing yards per game. Both teams remain deep in playoff contention. The Rams sit in a 3-way tie atop the NFC West at 4-2, while Jacksonville trails the Colts by 1 game in the AFC South. A London win could shape playoff tiebreakers and momentum, testing the Rams' consistency and the Jaguars' resilience on the road. Injuries could heavily influence this matchup. Los Angeles is without Nacua, Havenstein, and Witherspoon, while Jacksonville misses Lloyd and Ransall, weakening coverage against the Rams' passing attack. With tight ends Strange and Morris out, Lawrence will lean on receivers Kirk and Thomas Jr. 334 yards, 1 touchdown. X factors could decide this matchup. For the Rams, Stafford's poise under pressure and Williams' control of tempo are key. For the Jaguars, Etienne's versatility and Lawrence's ball security will be crucial. Special teams may swing momentum, with Los Angeles strong in punt coverage and Jacksonville struggling on returns. Prediction: both teams look even on paper, but Los Angeles holds the edge with a tightened defense, 12.3 points allowed over the last 3 games, and Stafford's late-game poise. Jacksonville's offensive inconsistency and defensive injuries could be costly, making the Rams' experience and adaptability the difference in a competitive matchup. Los Angeles secures its 3rd straight win and strengthens its standing in the NFC West, while Jacksonville returns home needing a reset after another missed opportunity abroad. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Los Angeles Rams winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. New England Patriots versus Tennessee Titans. The New England Patriots travel to Nashville for a Sunday showdown with the Tennessee Titans, a matchup that pits one of the AFC's hottest teams against one of its most desperate. The Patriots, riding a 3-game winning streak and sitting atop the AFC East at 4-2, look to continue their surge under head coach Mike Vrabel. Tennessee, on the other hand, is 1-5 and fighting to find stability after a rocky start marked by offensive inconsistency and defensive lapses. With New England sharing the division lead with Buffalo, every game is crucial in maintaining control of the AFC East, while Tennessee aims to salvage pride and momentum in the competitive AFC South. At the center of this matchup is a contrast between quarterback play and team direction. Patriots rookie quarterback Drake May has been efficient and poised, completing 73.2% of his passes for 1,522 yards, 10 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions, good for a 71.7 QBR, 7th best in the league. His command of the offense has been a revelation for a Patriots unit that was searching for an identity post-Mac Jones. Across the field, Cam Ward of Tennessee has endured growing pains in his first year as the starter. With 1,101 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, Ward's 55% completion rate and 25.1 QBR, 33rd, reflect a young passer struggling behind an inconsistent offensive line. The battle between May's rhythm passing and Ward's big play attempts could set the tone early. On the ground, the Patriots have yet to find consistency. Ramondre Stevenson leads the team with just 157 rushing yards on 51 carries, averaging over 3 yards per attempt with 2 touchdowns. The Titans counter with Tony Pollard, who has been their offensive focal point, tallying 362 yards on 92 carries and 2 scores. Pollard's explosiveness offers Tennessee its best chance to control tempo and keep May off the field. However, against a disciplined Patriots front that has allowed fewer than 100 rushing yards in 3 straight games, Pollard's impact may depend on offensive balance and Ward's ability to open passing lanes. New England's passing attack relies on Stephon Diggs, 387 yards, 32 catches, questionable with a chest injury. If he plays, his connection with May is the team's top offensive weapon. In contrast, the Titans' receiving corps has struggled to gain traction, with Calvin Ridley leading the way with 290 yards on 16 catches, but limited by inconsistent quarterback play and tight coverage. Ridley's status also remains uncertain, ankle, putting additional pressure on Ward to find secondary targets against a Patriots defense that thrives on forcing turnovers and disguising coverage. Defensively, both teams feature standout performers. For New England, Harold Landry, 4.5 sacks, and Robert Spillane, 51 tackles, anchor a unit that ranks top 10 in scoring defense, allowing just 100 points through 6 games. Landry, though questionable with an ankle injury, has been a disruptive force off the edge. Tennessee's defense, led by Simmons, 4.5 sacks, and Gray, 60 tackles, has been inconsistent, allowing 161 points. Early pressure from Simmons could force New England into shorter passes, limiting their vertical game. Recent form favors New England, winners of 3 straight behind efficient quarterback play and opportunistic defense. Tennessee has lost 4 straight, with only a narrow win over Arizona, and injuries to Hance and Key weaken an already vulnerable line against the Patriots' pass rush. New England and Buffalo sit atop the AFC East at 4-2, while Tennessee lags at the bottom of the AFC South. A Patriots win would keep pace with the Bills and boost playoff hopes, while the Titans seek a home spark to avoid slipping deeper into rebuild mode. Injuries could heavily impact this matchup. New England lists Diggs, Landry, and Hawkins as questionable, with Gibson still on IR. Tennessee faces deeper issues. Sweat, Jones, and Hecker are questionable, while Hance and Key are out, leaving their line depth vulnerable if the Patriots control possession early. X factors may come from unlikely sources. New England's rookie May and a healthy Landry could anchor the defense, while Tennessee's Pollard threatens as a dual weapon. Special teams might prove decisive if Hecker's illness weakens the Titans' field position game. Analytics give New England a 64.8% win chance, and it fits. The Patriots' balanced offense and disciplined defense outmatch Tennessee's turnover woes. Vrabel's team may compete early, but New England's precision and depth should take control late. New England extends its winning streak to 4, while Tennessee continues searching for answers in a season slipping away. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is New England Patriots winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Carolina Panthers versus New York Jets. The Carolina Panthers seek their 3rd straight win as they visit the winless New York Jets in a Sunday clash that contrasts 2 teams trending in opposite directions. Carolina, 3-3, has found rhythm under quarterback Bryce Young, who's delivering on his early career promise, while New York, 0-6, is desperate to end a brutal start to the season under new signal caller Justin Fields. The Panthers sit in the middle of the NFC South, chasing the division-leading Buccaneers, while the Jets linger at the bottom of the AFC East. With both sides facing mounting injuries and pressure, this matchup could define each team's mid-season trajectory. Bryce Young, the former Heisman winner, has been steadily improving, throwing for 1,150 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions with a 61.8% completion rate. His connection with rookie wideout Troy McMillan, 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, has added spark to a previously stagnant offense. Running back Rico Dowdle's emergence, with 472 yards and 2 scores, gives Carolina much-needed balance. On the other side, Justin Fields has struggled to lift New York's offense, completing just 65% of his passes for 799 yards and 4 touchdowns. Despite his athleticism, Fields has yet to register a rushing score, and the Jets' offensive line issues have limited his ability to extend plays. Carolina's offensive consistency has been a key factor in its resurgence. The Panthers have scored 30 or more points in 3 of their last 4 games, including back-to-back wins over Miami and Dallas. Young's poise under pressure has improved noticeably. His 101.9 passer rating in October reflects sharper decision-making. Defensively, linebacker Christian Roseboom, 43 tackles, anchors a unit that bends but rarely breaks. Edge rusher Ashawn Robinson, 1 sack, leads a front 7 that has shown flashes but must improve its pass rush to contain Fields. For the Jets, the season's struggles have been amplified by injuries to key contributors. Star receiver Garrett Wilson, 395 yards, 4 touchdowns, is listed as doubtful with a knee issue, a major blow to an offense already lacking depth. Defensive leaders like Michael Carter, 2, concussion, and Cam Jones, hip, are also sidelined or questionable, leaving coordinator Jeff Ulbrich scrambling for healthy bodies. Breece Hall remains a bright spot with 410 rushing yards and a 4.7-yard average, though opposing defenses have stacked the box to neutralize him. Recent form tells the story of 2 teams headed in opposite directions. Carolina's wins over Miami, 27-24, and Dallas, 30-27, showcased a team finding balance on both sides of the ball. Meanwhile, New York has been outscored 180-91 during its six-game skid, including a 37-22 home loss to Dallas last week that underscored its defensive breakdowns. Fields' growing frustration and the team's inability to sustain drives, averaging just 15.2 points per game, have left fans restless. The stakes are clear. Carolina looks to climb above .500 and solidify itself as a contender in a competitive NFC South, while New York risks slipping into early irrelevance in the AFC East. Injuries on both sides could influence the outcome. The Panthers are monitoring offensive lineman Austin Corbett, knee, and Taylor Moton, elbow, both questionable. But Carolina's depth and current momentum provide a crucial edge. Additionally, the Panthers' dynamic backfield and improving secondary could exploit New York's defensive vulnerabilities, potentially creating pivotal swings in field position and scoring opportunities throughout the game. X factors in this matchup include Bryce Young's efficiency on third downs, Breece Hall's ability to establish the run against Carolina's interior defense, and whether Justin Fields can find rhythm despite limited receiving options. If the Jets' defense cannot generate consistent pressure, Young could exploit mismatches through play action and intermediate throws to McMillan and Adam Thielen, creating opportunities for explosive gains. Meanwhile, sustained offensive drives and quick adjustments could prove decisive in keeping Carolina ahead and forcing New York to play catch-up for much of the game. With analytics narrowly favoring Carolina, 51.7% win probability, the prediction leans toward the hotter team with the steadier quarterback and a more cohesive offensive line. Expect the Panthers' balanced attack, disciplined defensive schemes, and ability to control time of possession to prevail against a struggling Jets squad that has yet to find rhythm or consistency. Prediction: Panthers 27, Jets 17. Carolina extends its win streak to 3, maintaining momentum and confidence, while New York remains in search of its first victory and faces mounting pressure to adjust schemes and generate offensive production. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Carolina Panthers winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Washington Commanders versus Dallas Cowboys. Two NFC East rivals square off on Sunday as the Washington Commanders, 3-3, visit the Dallas Cowboys, 2-3-1, at AT&T Stadium, in what feels like a pivotal midseason matchup. Washington sits second in the division behind Philadelphia, 4-2, looking to rebound from a crushing one-point loss to Chicago. Dallas, meanwhile, tries to steady its season after a frustrating home defeat to Carolina. With the Commanders fighting to prove legitimacy under rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels and the Cowboys relying on the steady veteran hand of Dak Prescott, this game promises both urgency and intensity. The quarterback duel defines this matchup. Daniels, the 24-year-old rookie from LSU, has flashed both promise and poise in his first NFL season, throwing for 875 yards, 7 touchdowns, and only 1 interception, with a 52.7 QBR and 62.1% completion rate. His mobility and downfield accuracy give Washington's offense a dynamic edge, though his inexperience occasionally surfaces in late-game execution. Across the field, Prescott remains the benchmark of efficiency in the NFC East. With 1,617 yards, 13 touchdowns, 3 picks, and a 79.3 QBR, Prescott ranks among the league's most consistent passers. At home, he's completing 75% of his throws for 680 yards and 4 touchdowns, showing command of the Cowboys' play-action-heavy scheme. The contrast is clear: youthful explosiveness versus veteran steadiness, and whoever controls tempo from the pocket may dictate the outcome. Offensively, both teams rely on emerging playmakers. Washington's ground game runs through Jay Kroski-Merritt, who's posted 344 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, offering a balanced complement to Daniels' aerial attack. With Deebo Samuel sidelined, heel injury, and Cooper Kupp out, Washington's offense is poised to dominate. Carolina, meanwhile, has been unable to establish a consistent flow of offense. With Dallas Cowboys, 2-3, visit the Dallas Cowboys, 2-1, at AT&T Stadium, in what feels like a pivotal midseason matchup. Washington sits second in the division behind Philadelphia, 4-2, looking to rebound from a crushing one-point loss to Chicago. Dallas, meanwhile, tries to steady its season after a frustrating home defeat to Carolina. With the Commanders fighting to prove legitimacy under rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels and the Cowboys relying on the steady veteran hand of Dak Prescott, this game promises both urgency and intensity. The quarterback duel defines this matchup. The Commanders will lean on D. Samuel's 315 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns worth of production, if he's able to return soon, and tight end Zach Ertz, questionable shoulder, to create mismatches underneath. For Dallas, Jay Williams has quietly been a workhorse, tallying 476 yards and 5 scores, while George Pickens has emerged as Prescott's go-to target, hauling in 32 passes for 525 yards and 6 touchdowns. Their chemistry has carried an offense that can explode when rhythm settles in early. Recent form tilts slightly toward Washington. The Commanders have split their last 4, including wins over the Chargers and Raiders, while Dallas is 1-3 in its last 4, struggling to finish drives despite flashes of potency. Defensively, Washington's Dorrance Armstrong leads with 5.5 sacks, anchoring a front that pressures quarterbacks, but has allowed 126 points, the second most in the NFC East. Dallas's pass rush, led by Jay Houston's 3.5 sacks, remains opportunistic but inconsistent, conceding 184 points, the division's worst mark. Injuries loom large. Both teams have key starters listed questionable: Jonathan Jones, Sam Cosmi, and Armstrong for Washington, Kalen Carson, Marshawn Nealand, and Trevor Keegan for Dallas, potentially affecting protection and coverage on both sides, which could alter game flow significantly. In the division race, Philadelphia's lead remains slim, meaning Sunday's result could dramatically alter the NFC East's balance. A Washington win would move them above .500 and solidify their playoff ambitions, while a Dallas victory keeps their hopes alive before a daunting mid-season schedule. The X factors are execution and resilience. If Daniels can maintain composure against Dallas's front and extend drives with his legs, Washington's balanced offense could find success, sustaining momentum and keeping the Cowboys off balance. Conversely, Prescott's precision and Pickens' deep threat ability could overwhelm a Commander's secondary already dealing with injuries and coverage lapses, forcing Washington into critical adjustments. How each team responds in key third down and red zone situations will likely determine the outcome, making discipline, timely decision-making, and clutch play essential for victory in what promises to be a tightly contested showdown. Prediction: in what shapes up as a tightly contested rivalry game, expect a few momentum swings and key situational plays that could tilt the outcome. Analytics give Washington a narrow 51.7% edge to Dallas's 47.9%, and the numbers feel justified given the Commanders' slightly sharper defensive metrics and superior third down efficiency. Daniels' playmaking, combined with timely pressure from Washington's front 7, may prove decisive down the stretch, especially if Dallas struggles to sustain drives against aggressive coverage. Final call: Washington 27, Dallas 24, as the rookie outduels the veteran in a statement road win, giving the Commanders a confidence boost while keeping them firmly in the divisional race. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Washington winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.